Good morning, everyone. My name is Lindsay Silbert, and I will be taking you through a 45-minute gentle yoga class today. So hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. It is gorgeous out, so hopefully you can get outside today, get some fresh air after spending some time on your mat with me. So I'm not going to be using any props. Got my cat Sophie here to help me out this morning. I won't be using any props. If you like props, grab some blocks or a strap or whatever it is you like to use, and we will get started in child's pose today. So let's come onto your mat, and I'll be giving lots of options and modifications throughout the practice this morning. So please just listen to your body and do what feels right for you. Rest whenever you need to. Take lots of breaks. All right, so coming into a child's pose, and if this doesn't feel comfortable, you can always come onto the back and take a Shavasana type pose to get connected in. Otherwise, we'll come down into our child's pose, bring the big toes together, walk the knees a little bit wider than hips distance so you can rest your belly and your rib cage between the legs, and then begin to melt the forehead and the heart towards the mat. And for now, just keep the arms soft. So shoulders sliding down the back. Just begin to come into the moment. Notice how you feel this morning. Begin to allow everything to soften and melt down into the mat. Relaxing the muscles around the eyes. Releasing the jaw. Noticing if there's any other areas of tension in the body that you're holding on to. And if you find any of those areas, just allow them to soften with the breath here. You can always rest the forehead down on something if that feels more comfortable. And then begin to come into your breath practice. So just notice where in the body you feel the breath the most. And for several cycles, just watch your inhales and your exhales here. With the next inhale, begin to deepen the breath. Slow it down and smooth it out. Really feel the expansive quality as you draw the air in. And the grounding and cooling quality as you release the air out. So deep breaths just like that. We'll stay here for several more cycles of these, just connecting with the breath. Keeping the mind focused. If you notice it starts to wander, just notice where it goes and bring it back without judgment. Back to the breath, back to the body, back inside the four corners of the mat. I invite you to take a moment here to set your intention for this morning's practice, or this afternoon or this evening, whatever you're taking it. Maybe your reason for coming to your mat. Maybe just staying present, whatever it is, bringing something to mind now. We'll take about 3 more cycles here. And then with the next breath, begin to walk the fingertips forward to engage and activate the arms. Spread the fingers out, press them into the mat, and begin to spin the elbows, inner elbows up towards the ceiling. So externally rotating the shoulders here, reaching the hips back a little bit deeper towards the heels, really getting lots of length in the spine. Take a full cycle of breath. Exhale it out. And then on your next inhale, we'll walk the hands over to the right, stretching through the left side body. If you want to take this a little deeper, left hand on top of right hand, take 3 deep, long breaths here. Keep pulling the left hip crease back. On your next inhale, walk the hands back to center. And as you exhale, we'll sweep the hands to the lower back, interlacing the fingers. Now, if the shoulders are tight, you can also grab a towel or a strap between the hands. And keeping a slight bend in the elbows, we'll begin to reach the arms up towards the ceiling or sky. Forehead comes down. And just breathe here, keeping the neck long and relaxed. Only stretch the knuckles up to as much as feels good. Take one more breath here. We'll release the interlace, reach the arms out the front once again. As you inhale, crawl those fingertips forward, and as you exhale, hands walk over to the left, stretching through the right side body. And then same option here, if you want to go deeper, place the right hand on top of the left hand. 3 deep breaths. And then hands come back to center as you inhale, and we'll sweep them back behind the lower back once again. Interlace the fingers with the other thumb on top, and then we'll slowly begin to stretch the arms up, getting into the shoulders. Neck is soft. Elbows are gently bent. Take a couple deep breaths here. Excellent. Release the arms, fingertips forward, and we'll make our way up onto hands and knees, coming into a tabletop. So walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, and then we'll bring the knees right underneath the hips, so you might need to walk them in a little. We'll take a couple rounds of cat-cow here. So as you inhale, we'll drop the belly, lift the chin, and lift the tailbone. As you exhale, round the spine, pull the belly in and up, chin towards chest. Inhale to wheel the heart forward, arching the spine. Exhale, round in, press the floor away. Take a couple more cycles here. Last one, wherever you are. Big inhale to open the front of the body. And as you exhale, feel the back body spread as you work the core. And then we'll inhale into a neutral spine. We'll tap the right toes, send the right leg back, and lift from the inner thigh. So if you look back at the toes, make sure all 5 are pointed straight down towards the mat. Really firm the belly here, and then maybe reach the left arm forward. You can pause here or just work with the left hand down. We're gonna move and we're gonna really work our belly here. So as you inhale, lengthen through the limbs, and then as you exhale, draw knee and elbow in towards each other as you round the side. Just 2 more here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, slowly pull it in, creating some resistance like you're moving through water. Last one. Exhale, slowly squeeze everything into the midline of the body. Inhale, lengthen it out, and we'll hold here 3 breaths. Again, you can always drop hand or knee down whenever you need, but really firm the belly. Imagine like you're being pulled in opposite directions with the arm and the leg. Okay, keep the right leg lifted. Lower the left hand down, and then we're gonna lower the right toes down. I'm gonna kind of face you from the back now, but we're gonna take the left leg and swing it back behind us. We're coming into a modified side plank. So we're gonna stamp all 4 corners of the right foot down, and then reach the right arm up. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, right arm over right ear. And if you can, feel the stretch all the way from the outer edge of the right foot through the fingertips. Lean yourself back. Maybe gaze up if that's okay on the neck. 1 more breath here. Excellent. We'll come on back down. And we're gonna keep that right leg lifted. So lift it up, and we're gonna step it up by the right hand. So I know we still have to do the other side, just getting into the hip flexors a little bit. Let's walk the hands up that right thigh. And then gently upright the torso as you release the hips down. You can tuck or keep the back toes untucked, whatever feels best in the body. Take a couple deep breaths here. And if you want a little more, you can always add the arms. Otherwise, keep those hands on that thigh. 1 more cycle of breath. Excellent. Let's come back into a tabletop. So hands come down, right knee comes back to meet the left knee, and then we'll take this on the left side. So tuck the left toes, send the left leg back, and we'll lift from the inner thigh. Again, glance back, make sure those toes face down towards the mat. Otherwise, drop the hip down, left hip drops down. Belly firm, so really pull the navel in and up, and then maybe reach the right arm forward. So you can stay here the whole time, or we'll move. So take an inhale, and as you exhale, knee and elbow hug in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly pull it all in. Last one. You're being pulled away from each other as you inhale, and as you exhale, slowly making that resistance as you draw it in. Inhale to lengthen, and we'll hold here. So again, refirm that belly. Keep the crown of the head reaching forward, gaze is down. Imagine like you're stamping on a wall behind you with that left foot. One more breath here. Left leg stays lifted, right hand comes down. We're going to kickstand that right foot back behind us, stamp the left foot down. All four corners of that left foot press into the mat. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, left arm over the left ear. Modified side plank. Really nice side stretch. I like taking these side stretches in the morning. Just nice to breathe into all areas of the body. Last cycle here. Slowly left hand down, swing that right leg back, lift the left leg up, take an inhale. As you exhale, step it up by the left hand, walk the hands up that left thigh to upright the torso, and then sink down into your low lunge. Back toes tucked if you would like. Arms can reach up or work with the hands on that thigh. You can also place the hands on blocks here, but I don't have blocks this morning, so I'm just going to keep my hands on my thigh, gently hugging the inner thighs in towards each other. Take one more breath. And then hands down, come back into a tabletop. All right, from tabletop, walk the hands one handprint forward, and then shift the shoulders over the wrist, coming into a plank on the knees. We're gonna work into some chaturanga push-ups. So as we're doing these, elbows will press straight back. Firm the belly strongly here, and then as you inhale, shift the shoulders forward. As you exhale, slowly lower halfway down. Inhale, press back up. We'll do 4 more of these. Slowly lower on the exhale. Inhale up, last 3. Last 2 here. Last one, we'll lower all the way down to the mat. So very slowly, elbows graze the side ribs, and then come all the way down, untuck the toes, and we'll tent the fingers up, bring them right to the edges or even outside the mat. Press the tops of the feet down into the mat, and then as you inhale, peel up, use those fingertips to open the heart, shoulders down the back, and take a breath or 2 here. If you want to work a little more, you can lift the fingertips up. Otherwise, keep those fingertips working down. 1 more breath. And then lower down. Hands come by the side ribs. We'll do a couple cobra poses. As you inhale, peel up into a low cobra. As you exhale, lower down. Inhale, peel up. This time, as you exhale, look over to the right to stretch the neck. Inhale back to center. And exhale to lower. Last one, inhale up, lift up. Exhale, look to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lower. And then we'll press back into a child's pose. Come on back, hips to heels. Take a few breaths here. And if you're ready, you can come into your first downward facing dog if that feels good in your body. And we'll take a wide down dog today. So we'll come on up to hands and knees. We'll tuck the toes, lift the knees, lift the hips. And then before we even begin to move, let's walk the hands wide. So maybe even grabbing onto the sides of the sticky mat, and then walk the feet wide too. And then just for a moment, bend the knees a lot and really press the hips back to lengthen the spine. And then keep the length in the spine as you begin to pedal the legs out. Keeping one knee bent as you straighten through the opposite leg. And again, if you're not here, you're in child's pose, just resting. If you're in down dog, nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Maybe begin to find some stillness in the pose or take any other movements that feel good in the body. We'll take a few breaths here. Last cycle. All right, if you're in down dog, walk the hands back. And I'm sorry if you're watching on Facebook, you've got a cat right in your camera. There she goes. All right, back to down dog. Full cycle of breath. Big inhale, big exhale. As you inhale, gaze towards the hands, slight bend in the knees. And as you exhale, slowly walk the feet to the hands. If you're in child's pose, come onto hands and knees and step the feet up. And then we'll inhale, pull the heart forward to lengthen the spine. And as we exhale, we'll find our forward fold. Now bend the knees a lot. And today let's interlace the fingers at the right behind the neck. And then just let the head hang. If this is not comfortable, you can grab opposite elbows or any other comfortable position. But this can feel really nice on the spine. Just let everything go. Crown of the head reaches towards the mat. 2 more breaths. And then release the arms. Keeping the knees bent, we'll gently roll up to stand. Come on up nice and slowly. Head, neck, and shoulders come up last. Then we'll bring the shoulders up to the ears, release them down the back, and we'll find our mountain pose at the top of the mat. So glance down at the feet. Make sure outer edges of the feet are parallel. You can have big toes to touch or feet hips distance apart. Just take a moment to close the eyes and feel all 4 corners of the feet press down. Feel the crown of the head lift up. Shoulders slide down the back. Collarbones broad. Legs are firm. Belly's firm. Breath is deep. And we'll blink the eyes open. We'll just move with the breath here. So as you inhale, reach the arms out around and up. As you exhale, slight bend in the knees, hinge forward, fold over the legs. As you inhale, lengthen halfway up. As you exhale, fold right back in. Inhale, root through the feet, press to stand, come all the way up, arms circle. And then exhale, palms together in front of the heart. We'll do that little flow 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold right back in. Inhale, rise, root down, reach up. And then exhale, palms draw to the heart. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen, pull the heart forward. And exhale, fold right back in. Rise to stand, inhale. And palms to the heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. We'll move on from here. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Little modified sun salutation. As you exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back to plank pose. So plank pose, either knees up or knees down. As you inhale, shift forward. As you exhale, slowly lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale into a cobra. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. 3 breaths. Notice how you feel. Reconnect with the body. And reconnect with the breath. We'll be stepping the right foot up. So if you're in down dog, step from down dog. Otherwise, come onto hands and knees from your down dog or child's pose and step the right foot up once again. Walk the hands back up that thigh. And this time, Lift the arms up only if that feels good. Just a breath or two here. Bring the left hand down and we'll reach the right arm up for a gentle twist. If you want more, you can tuck the left toes, lift the left knee out on the mat. Otherwise, just keep that knee down, take the rotation into the upper back. Maybe even lean that right shoulder back behind you. Big twist here. Last breath. Bring the right hand down after your exhale. Now hands on each side of that right foot. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and we're in a runner's lunge. So take a moment here to really drive that left heel back. You can always place hands on something if you have blocks handy. Okay, we're actually going to come into our warrior two from here. So we're going to heel toe the right foot to the middle of the mat, and we're going to spin the left foot flat, so right heel and left inner arch align, and then we're going to cartwheel the arms open into our warrior two pose. So if that was a little tricky transition, just come on up, and again, front heel with back inner arch, arms to a T. We'll move here in our warrior two. So as you inhale, we'll straighten the right leg, reach the arms up. As you exhale, pull the palms down towards heart center and reach them apart. We'll keep this going. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull it through center, settle in. 3 more. Last one. And we'll take a couple breaths here as you reach the fingertips away from each other and rotate the left rib cage open. Gaze is soft over the right middle fingers. And keep the heart lifting up. One more breath. And then we'll work the right leg straight. As you inhale, reach forward for triangle pose. As you exhale, right hand down, left arm can reach up. I'm going to use my water bottle today since I don't have props. I'm going to place my right hand on my water bottle behind my right leg. Otherwise, right hand can come to the shin, the foot, the floor. All right, and then today, let's get the side stretch. I know we're doing a lot of side stretching. If this doesn't feel good, just keep that left arm up or anywhere else that feels appropriate on the body. Now, as you're here, hug the right hip into the midline. Relax the head back and squeeze the inner thighs together. One more breath. Slowly use the core to come up to stand. All right, hands to the hips. Now parallel the feet, so all 10 toes face the side of the mat. If you have a water bottle or a block, you might want to use it. We're going to take a nice forward fold. So as you inhale, open the heart, gaze up. As you exhale, slowly come down with a long spine. Bring the fingertips right under the shoulders. Inhale, pull the heart forward. And then as you exhale, fold in. Now, if you want, you can place those hands on a block or something. Otherwise, fingertips down. You can walk the hands back in line with the feet. Then just gently tuck the chin to release the neck and shift the weight a little bit forward. Take a couple breaths here as you squeeze the thighs together. Last full breath. And then the fingertips come back under the shoulders. Inhale to lengthen the spine, pull the heart forward. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips, bend the knees slightly, and then slowly come up to stand with the long spine. All right, warrior two, back towards the front of the mat. So right foot out, left toes in, arms to a T. We'll take a reverse warrior as we inhale, left hand down the left leg, right arm reaches up and over. Bend into that right knee a little bit, another side stretch. And then inhale, come on up, and exhale, hands come down, come up on the back toes, and we'll step back to a plank pose, so either on the knees or the toes. From your plank pose, inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, child's or down dog. We'll take 3 breaths before we move on to the other side. So if you need to grab water or anything else, you can do that now. All right, transitioning onto the left side. So we'll be stepping the left foot up either from down dog, or if you're in child's pose or down dog, set the knees down first and then step that left foot up. All right, walk those hands up that left thigh. Reach the heart up, and then maybe add the arms for a couple of breaths here. Shoulders down the back. Possible arrow straight arms, even if that means arms are wide. And then bring the right hand down. Reach the left arm up. Gentle twist into the upper back. And then on this side, maybe lean that left shoulder back a little bit more. Keep the right foot stamping down and press out of that right shoulder. Excuse me, left foot stamping down out of the right shoulder. There we go. One more breath. Okay, left fingertips down. We'll come into that runner's lunge. Tuck the right toes. Lift the right leg up and just pause here for a moment. Really reaching that leg long behind you. Right heel presses back. And then we'll begin to heel toe the left foot over to the middle of the mat. Spin the right foot flat and circle the arms up for warrior 2 on the left. Okay, moving here. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Reach the arms up. Exhale, pull it in. All right, you know where we're going, so keep this going. 4 more cycles of these. Nice and slow. And we'll hold this one. Arms out, right arm up just as high as left arm. Rotate the right rib cage open and sink down. As you gaze off over the left fingertips with soft eyes. From your warrior 2, work the left leg straight. We'll come into triangle pose. So if you've got a prop, you can use it. Arms to a T. Inhale, reach forward. As you exhale, left hand down to wherever it falls. Again, the shin, the foot, the floor, or a prop. Right arm up. And then again today, right arm over the right ear. Only if that feels good. Breathing here. Left hip squeezing in. Head back. And gaze wherever feels good on the neck. Look up, look down, or even just look straight ahead. See if you can feel that stretch again from the outer edge of the right foot through the fingertips. One more breath here. Use the core to bring you back up to stand. And then we'll parallel the feet. So turn the left toes in, hands to the hips. As you inhale, open the heart, and as you exhale, fold. Lengthen the spine on the inhale, and exhale, fold in, maybe a little deeper. And this time, if you want, maybe grab the legs or hook the big toes. Release the neck. Shift the weight a little bit forward. And breathe here as you engage the thighs. Slow the breath down. Deepest breath here. And then walk the fingertips under the shoulders. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands to hips, light bend in the knees, come all the way up to stand. Warrior 2, back to the front of the mat, left toes out, right toes in. Reach the arms to a T. As you inhale, reverse warrior. Stay here for the exhale, bending into that left knee. And then we'll inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands cartwheel down, come up on the back toes. We'll step to a plank pose. Again, option for knees up or down. We'll inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale, open the heart. Cobra or maybe up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. We'll take a few breaths here. All right, walk the hands back to the feet. For your child's pose, come on up to tabletop, and we'll just come to stand at the back of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand. Inhale, root down, reach up. And exhale, palms to the heart. All right, coming into tree pose, we'll start by grounding down through the right foot. Left foot can stay, toes can stay on the mat the whole time, or bring that leg to the bottom of the right leg, or foot can come to the upper thigh, anywhere but on the knee joint. Arms together, or arms can come all the way up. All right, we're going to take another side stretch here. So begin to grab onto the right wrist with the left hand, and then we'll gently lean over towards the left to stretch the right side body. Now, if this is too much, you can always just place that left hand on the hip and then reach the right arm over. And then once again, see if you can feel a side stretch from the right foot through the right fingertips. A little bit harder here to balance, but keep the belly firm. If you fall out, just come right back in. 2 more breaths. All right, both arms reach up on the inhale if possible, and then exhale, palms to the heart. Lower the left leg down and shake it out. We'll do the other side. All right, so grounding through that left foot. You can keep the right toes down, so balance is a little wobbly today. Maybe work with those toes down the whole time, or bring the right foot up to either the bottom or place it on the inner thigh, whatever feels appropriate for you. And then any arm variation, and if you're going for it, we'll grab onto the left wrist with the right hand and begin to lean to the right, or place the right hand on the right hip. Just reach those fingertips over to the right. Find your breath. Last breath here. Pretty wobbly on this side. All right. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, palms to the heart. Lower the right leg and shake it out and let it go. Let it all go. All right, mountain pose at the back of the mat. As you inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale back to down dog, or just come into a child's pose. This will be our last down dog, if you are taking it. Otherwise, knees down, hips to heels. And just feel the body. One more breath. And then set the knees down. Walk the hands back. And we'll come to stand on the knees. We're going to take a camel pose for our back bend today. All right, so hands to the lower back, kind of like you're going to slide your hands into your back pockets. You want to keep the knees stacked right over, or excuse me, hips stacked right over the knees. So bring the elbows to draw towards each other, shoulders behind the heart, and then gently begin to lean yourself back. Now you might go a little, you might go a lot. And if it feels okay, you can look up and back, or keep the chin tucked if that feels better on the neck. Now, if you want to go a little deeper, maybe you tuck the toes, and maybe as long as you can keep the hips forward, maybe you reach back for the feet. If you've got lots of space, you can always untuck the toes and reach through the heels that way. Again, shoulders behind the heart, and then squeeze the inner thighs together like you're holding a block between the legs. 2 more breaths. use the belly to bring you back up, both shoulders at the same time. Excellent. Cross the ankles, come to sit back behind, and then reach the legs forward, and then we'll just kind of round our spine a little bit. Good counter pose here. Drop the chin to the chest, and take a few breaths. Then we'll come on up to seated, and we'll extend the legs wide out to the sides. So if you're on the floor and this bothers your heels, you can always turn sideways. And I'll turn sideways just to face forward. So walk the legs wide. We're actually going to start by bending the right knee. So I'll mirror you. So right knee bends. And then we're going to take the left thumb and we're going to slide it underneath that left shin and rotate yourself open. So use the forearm to rotate yourself open. And then right arm can come behind the head or reach over. So again, side stretching here. Lots of side stretching today. And just take 3 breaths. Slowly come on up, keep the legs as they are, and then we'll face the left leg, sit up nice and tall as you inhale, and then as you exhale, maybe fold forward, grab whatever you can. Keep the left toes flexing back. Deep breaths here. Slowly come on up, and we'll switch sides. So right leg out, bend the left knee. All right, so slide that thumb underneath the right shin, and then use the right forearm to rotate yourself open. Left fingertips can come behind the head, or left arm over the left ear. Breathing here. Slowly come on up. We'll face that right leg. Sit yourself up tall. Pull those toes back. Take an inhale and exhale. Come on in. Gently release. Both legs out. Sit yourself up tall. Take an inhale. If it feels good, you can stay right here. If you want, you can come in a little deeper. Walking the hands out and folding forward. Keep pulling those toes back. And take a few breaths. Walk yourself back up. Bring the hands underneath the knees to gently pull the legs in, and we'll make our way down to our backs. So come on down slowly. If you would like, you can use some core strength as you slowly lower down. All right, hug the right knee in. Left leg comes straight. Right arm out to a T. Take an inhale. As you exhale, right leg twist to the left. And if it's okay on the neck, maybe gaze off the right shoulder. A few breaths here. Grounding the right shoulder into the mat. Back to center. And then hug the left leg in, right leg out. The left arm out to a T. Take your inhale, and then as you exhale, twist the left knee across the body. Left shoulder grounds down, and you can take the gaze over that shoulder. Last breath here, bring it out. And then come back to center. Hug the knees in. And then lengthen the lower back, so sitting bones, point directly straight ahead. Feel the spine lengthen on the mat. And then we'll slowly make our way into our final resting pose. So coming into our Shavasana, feet extend out. Let them flop open, arms by the sides, palms facing up. Take up lots of space here. Take a big breath in through the nose, filling all the way up with air. And then as you exhale, sigh it out of the mouth. Let everything go and come to natural breath. Quiet minds, quiet bodies. Shavasana, rest. If you have more time, I encourage you to stay longer, maybe press the pause button. But if you're ready to move on, take a slightly deeper breath. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes, rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Reach the arms overhead for a nice long full body stretch. Gently hug the knees in. Roll yourself off to one side. Pause here for a moment. You can rest your head on your bottom arm. Come back to the intention that you set at the beginning of practice.
Not really. So basically it's just flour
And thank yourself for showing up today.
kind of knead it for a little bit.
Then use your top hand, your arm to press yourself up to a comfortable seated pose. Letting the head and neck come up last. And come into any comfortable seated pose. That might be shins crossed, that might be sitting up on the knees, but find a spot where you can lengthen the spine, softening the shoulders and bringing the palms together in front of the heart. And with the eyes closed, just notice how you feel in your body. Lift the heart up, dial the head in. Thank you all so much for letting me share my practice with you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today for our gentle yoga class. My name is Lindsay Silver. If you have any comments or suggestions for next week, please drop them in there. Hope to see all of you soon, and check out all of our outdoor fitness, outdoor group fitness, and our school schedules. It is gorgeous out, so get out there if you can, and have a fantastic day and rest of your weekend. Hope to see you all soon.